This is what I need you to know about creating your reality, because there's a lot of people on TikTok who are just telling you that everyone is you pushed out and that you can just work on self-concept. While yes, self-concept is the overarching theme of transformation, it doesn't mean that that's the only thing that you have to work on, right? Like shadow work exists, mindset work exists, money work, love work, personal development. Like all of these things are really required in manifestation. And a lot of the times when people aren't seeing the manifestations come into life, it's because they aren't focusing on doing the work on them and they're waiting for the outside world to change. You can't be waiting and wanting for things to change outside of you. You need to be deciding and moving. And what that often means is you need to be fully hyper aware of how you are playing a role in the reality that you're currently experiencing. Accountability. This is the number one thing that you need to start doing. You need to start being accountable of how you are creating your reality. There's a thing in psychology called secondary gains. And a lot of the time when people aren't transforming their lives, it's because they're actually benefiting, whether consciously or unconsciously, over staying the same. And you have to realize that your subconscious mind isn't designed to make you thrive. It's designed to keep you alive. And keeping you alive means repeating the same patterns so that way you stay in the same place. Because you have to realize your brain is primal. It's still anticipating that there's a bear somewhere out there that's going to come and eat you. And if you're staying in the same circumstances, it knows where the bears could be, right? So you have to realize a lot of the time, if you're not doing the personal development work, then it becomes very easy to be looking at your outside world and expecting it to change. What you have to realize is the change is always internal, and then you're going to see it externally. So that means that you need to start actually taking this personal growth journey seriously. You actually have to identify how is it benefiting you by not changing. And then you need to challenge that secondary gain and that fear and say, but what if I don't change? What if I don't change? I was on a call with a client yesterday and she was saying how she was afraid of something. And I was like, but what if you don't change? What if you don't make this move? Because you already know you're not happy where you are. And if you don't move because you're afraid, then imagine your life a year or 5 years from now. You won't have shifted because you will let your fears and these secondary gains keep you stuck. So I want you to actually ask yourself, I want you to evaluate where you're at in life, what you desire to manifest. And I want you, and break it down in area, right? Don't just try and look at your entire life, because that's when it gets overwhelming and you're not actually able to take steps forward. I want you to break down your life in the various areas that you want to manifest. And I want you to actually ask yourself, how am I creating this current reality that I'm in? What are the beliefs that I'm thinking that are creating this reality? What are the habits that I have that keep creating this reality? What are the actions that I take that keep aligning with this reality? And if I desire to change my reality, what beliefs would I need to have? What actions would I need to take? What habits would I be doing? When you understand that you need to get very clear on who you are and get very clear on who you desire to be, and then you start bridging that gap, that's when you see sustainable transformation.